What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916 getting down with Fresh Out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the channel. Go to freshoutseries.com and pick you up some merch and wash your ass. I'm here with the homie Daniel, man, and we kicking game and talking about some movies, man. What's realistic and what's some bullshit. And we were just talking about In the Watch and Tax Collector. Same director, but totally different movies. Now, Daniel, you've seen a lot, man. I know you've, experienced a lot of LA, man. What is your review on both movies and how would you compare
them? Well, I think people that come from neighborhoods or have been involved in some sort of gang lifestyle or involved in some club or whatever, the streets, I think that we always look for the realness and shit, whether it's a homie acting like a homie or the way he's supposed to dress or the way he's supposed to be talking or whatever. And I see a lot of these movies, they throw a lot of Hollywood in it, They always depict the leader of a gang to be this big old fucking buff dude, and that's not the case.
Exactly.
It's usually, not because I'm short, but it's usually, a short, quiet ass man,
yeah.
That has a lot of power.
Yeah.
But I think End of Watch was a fucking. They got pretty much on point, from
pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate from the whole aspect of the combatancy between black and brown, and how they're shooting at each other and killing each other, and the way we conduct ourselves, in certain neighborhoods. But I think that movie was more real. I think it took you there because the cameraman was like right there. Like it was kind of shaky, and it kind of put you in the car with them.
Like you were actually involved in this actual scene.
Yeah. Like when they walk in that pad and there's that lady that's been rotting in the back room, and they're dealing with the cartels, and you can smell that odor of a dead body. And for people that don't know what a dead body smells like, you ain't never gonna forget that. That shit ain't no joke. And you can smell it. It's it's nasty, bro. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah. But the other movie, Tax Collector, it was pretty cool. I just think some parts were a little bit outlandish.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, that's why I was kind of curious because, seeing how things move, in Southern Cali, and I know there's a lot of behind the scenes as far as in the drug trade, who's running what and how things are, being transpired and of course, the power struggle. Now I don't know if they would have had this guy come all the way from Mexico and just to try to take over a whole territory and basically knock this dude out the box because what people don't realize, a lot of these, like you said, these established communities here. It ain't no joke, and everybody's tied, everybody's connected.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can got heat. It ain't like this one dude just got they got revolvers and these guys do got AKs and shit too, 50 cal. So everybody's equally strapped. So it's not like you're gonna come in and just mop up all these dudes and they're just gonna bow down, or you're gonna snatch up everybody's family members. You ain't gonna catch no repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things like that where people might think, oh man, dudes would come through like that, but I know some dudes in some hoods, man. And it's like, dude, you ain't. There's some serious hitters coming, down from Mexico, but a lot of these dudes are just as connected down there with family, and they got access to the same shit.
Yeah.
And they make a phone call too, and they can have some the same equally, strapped dudes, putting in work. So it's not like anybody's running from anybody.
Yeah. One thing I was taught when I was younger growing up is be careful because mostly everybody, if you're really embedded into the politics or lifestyle of being a righteous gang member, like gang banging, everybody's related to somebody. So you got to be careful who you talk to.
Yeah.
How you're conducting yourself around certain women. These they might be the mother of somebody.
That's right.
And you got to be careful. Don't judge a book by its cover. So yeah. It's the whole thing about, like I said, it all goes back, no matter what conversation we get into, it all goes back to having that respect, man. On how you grow up is probably how long you're gonna live.
You're right. Yeah, because if you didn't have the humbleness or the ability to listen or respect certain people, you wouldn't Back when I was growing up, you wouldn't have made it too far, man, because it's like you couldn't be running around just like, deciding you're just going to start robbing the plug, robbing people. Dude, you rob too. Dude, you don't rob the big homie. That's it. There's a couple. Now everybody's coming to get you out, just remove you.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be just thinking you're going to get away and just robbing a plug, or I'm going to rob this dude. I mean, you won't last like that. You won't last 6 months like that.
Yeah, back in the days, I remember, in the early '90s, bro. If somebody moved, we knew everybody that lived in the neighborhood, and everybody. It sounded dumb, but it was reconnaissance. It was the same thing in military, bro. Somebody moved to your neighborhood, that's like a cancer cell. You don't want that cancer to get bigger. You want that their neighborhood to grow in your hood. So you got to make sure what car they drive. You'll go knock on their door, be like, hey, can I talk to so and so, and have a talk with them. Hey, if you're from that neighborhood, I've had incidents, and I don't care talking about it. A dude moved in the neighborhood. Go knock on the door. His lady ratted him out where he was from, and he ended up not saying his neighborhood. Oh nah, I'm not from there. Let me lift up your shirt.
Yeah.
Let me see your tats. Oh nah, I don't got nothing. Get that dude, until finally find out where he's from. And you tell him, and it's all respecting, hey, homie, if you're from that neighborhood or whatever, let me know. Just don't let me see you disrespecting my neighborhood or whatever, whoop-de-whoop. If he needs to move out of there, then, hey, homie, I'm going to give you 24 hours, get your bags and get out, or get out now. I'm giving you that, and it's up to them to take it. And
well, even, back when I was like really, doing in the streets like that, I used to remember like when dudes was like, oh, so-and-so's got work. He's like, oh, he got that work. And then if he started bragging like, oh, he got the work, well, damn, I need a plug, man. Mm-hmm. Now, if the dude come to find out he been lying, and then you were like, damn, dude, you don't already kind of like said, okay, I got this, I'm about to make this. You could literally get robbed for lying because you were telling like, oh, I can get this and that. Yeah. Like, oh, let me get a whole one. And you come back with like, what is this?
Yeah.
I got the money. Oh, man, dude, you talking all this big shit. Oh, I can get it next time. Hold on, man. Let me just go ahead and take, you get, because you couldn't, your word was everything.
Yep.
Like if I lied to you, because you might have had a lot of people riding on you like, hey, I told 10 homies that I was going to break them off, but now I got to go look at them and everybody's trying to eat.
Yeah.
We're trying to put food on the table. So the lying, the honor, and just like how you carry yourself, I never would embellish on how much if I couldn't do so, I couldn't do it. Because like you said, homie, oh, I got this, you told the homie you get this, and then he going to war. And he ain't got nothing because you told him you had it.
Yeah.
So now you're like, damn, dude, you done put me in a horrible position. So, that's the one thing, like you said, looking at the movies and like how a lot of dudes carry, it's like, dude, you can't, you don't want to pretend to be something you're not, because if you're really in the trenches, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Yeah. My dad used to tell me, he goes, hey, mijo, the people that open their mouth or they talk about doing this and that, the minute you open your mouth, you're raising your hand already. You're already raising your hand about putting in work or I'll beat that dude up or whatever, or I'll go blast those dudes. Okay, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You open your mouth, you're going to do it.
Yep.
And if you don't do it, you're going to get got.
That's right.
So be careful. Don't open your fucking mouth.
Yep. And they used to say, like, you bring something up, oh, so-and-so, yeah, well, oh, homeboy, woo-wop. Is that right? Then you go handle it. Mm-hmm. No, I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
No, you're telling us.
Yeah.
So you go handle it.
Yep.
Here, go handle it.
Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah, you open your mouth. Like you said, you don't speak on shit you ain't ready to accept responsibility for.
Yep.
Keep your mouth shut.
Facts.
So yeah, a lot of you youngsters out there, man, you're better off just keeping your mouth shut and pleading the fifth and running your mouth,
Yep.
Big Herc 916, getting down with Daniel, fresh out. You tired of smelling like stinky butt, funky armpits? Wash your ass. Go to FreshOutSeries.com and pick you up a bar of soap.